All right, so today we've got a big old empties video. I actually have two different bins of my trash that I've been hoarding for the last, I don't even know, 4 or 5 months. I actually think these are some of the most useful beauty videos on YouTube because you can actually see what people use up. Like, these are products that I've fully tested. Oh my gosh, I haven't filmed in a minute, and I can tell the words are going to be hard today. So I'm going to go through every product, give kind of like quick reviews, if I would repurchase them again, have I repurchased them in the past, tell you my thoughts, and if they're worth it or not. The bangs are not banging today, okay? I almost just chopped them off real quick, but I will be patient. I'm just going to pull things out here. So first up we have the Touchland hand sanitizer. This is, yeah, just an overpriced hand sanitizer, honestly, but they smell very good. You can get these at Sephora. I usually get them when it's like one of the Sephora sales. What even was this scent? I have a few different ones of these, so I can't remember. There's a little bit left. Oh, this was the apple one. I really like the scent of this one. The packaging really does it for me because it's super slim, so it fits in my like Dagny Dover sling that I usually wear. I'm almost out of another one in my car. Also, it's nice in the car because you can slide it in, you know, the little compartments easily. These are the Anua Heartleaf 77 clear pads. I feel like these went pretty viral on TikTok. They're just toner pads essentially, and I'm fully out so I can't show you. I liked these for the morning when I just wanted to like remove any of the skincare from the night before, basically kind of like prep my skin. I don't think I would repurchase this though because I really like the other Anua one better. I'll leave the exact one down below. It's like the milky toner. That one I think is more hydrating and like glowy. I like the feel of that one more. I wish that one came in pad version because I really love a pad. This is the Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser. I've always been a CeraVe gal and I still am. Right now I'm using the hydrating CeraVe face wash. That line, the hydrating, and then the La Roche-Posay Toleraine cleanser, those are my top two. And then this guy, this is the first time I use this. I think I actually like this one more than the CeraVe hydrating cleanser now. It is a little bit more hydrating and I feel like the texture just works well with my skin. I definitely would repurchase this one. I think when I'm out of the hydrating, I'll do the La Roche-Posay and then I'll circle back to this guy. But I like all of these if you just want like a basic good ingredient kind of cleanser, any of those three. I have a few different actually L'Oreal Elvive products. We have two of the volume filler line, the shampoo and conditioner, and then this is the hydrating shampoo. I thought I might have another hydrating shampoo in here somewhere. I first picked up the hydrating line because I think this was something that Abby Young mentioned. I just like trust her hair recommendations because she like looks at the ingredients and knows her shit with hair. Really love the hydrating one. I definitely would repurchase this shampoo. It has hyaluronic acid in it and I really liked everything about this. I like the smell, I like the feel of it, lathers well. It's just a very fresh scent. This was kind of an accidental purchase. I actually went to repurchase the hydrating line and accidentally purchased the volume filler because they look really similar. For me, this one I don't love because it just added like a weird kind of like texture and film, but I think that's part of the whole volume thing, you know? My boyfriend really likes this one, so he would repurchase this line. For me, I'm not going to be using this anymore, but he does like this one. He used to use like a high-end volume kind of shampoo and conditioner, and he really likes this one. So if you need volume, could be worth trying. I did use this too, though. Very similar kind of scent. Skincare product here. This is the Mara Facial Oil. Universal Face Oil. It has algae and moringa in it. This facial oil, expensive. Okay, very expensive. This one I noticed nada with. I literally didn't notice anything with this to the point where when I was like halfway through using it on my face, I just decided I'm going to use it up and put it on my chest. So that's what I did for the second half of this just because it was expensive. So I wanted to use it up, but definitely wouldn't repurchase. This guy is interesting. I saw SMLXO talking about this on Instagram, so I picked it up. It's the Garnier Color Sensation. I got the darkest brown color retouch. So the idea with this is that it's supposed to be just like a super quick root touch-up kind of thing where all the products in here, you mix the developer and the color like in your gloves, in your hand, and then apply it to your roots. So I feel like it tinted my grays. It didn't fully cover. So if you have like, I have literally, I don't know, 80% grays now, like there's a lot, especially like on the top of my head. Other parts, not as much. So this, I felt like tinted them. It didn't like fully cover them. And I think the issue is that you're obviously not measuring the developer. Like you try to go 1-to-1 in your hand, but obviously you're not getting it perfect. And the developer ratio like does matter. So I don't know totally how they do this. It was nice being just like feeling like it's quicker, but I do think I prefer just like a normal root touch up over this because I did this and then I felt like I had to redo it a couple weeks later with like an actual color. So if that's the case, I would rather just use a normal color. So I don't think I would repurchase this one, but it was interesting to try. Bath & Body Works Snowflakes and Cashmere. Oh my god. It is unfortunate that this is a seasonal scent because it's so good. Vanilla Cashmere Cream, Caramel Woods, and Frosted Clementine. Yeah, it's just vanilla-y. Any of the cashmere scents from Bath & Body Works I typically like. It reminds me of a scent that would be in like a high-end hotel. So definitely will repurchase this once it's winter time again, but love the packaging too. The foaming ones last pretty well. Got a couple different makeup remover products. This is a cleansing balm. This is a cleansing oil. So let's start with the e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Makeup Melting Cleansing Balm. I feel like I've gone through many of these over the years. It has hyaluronic acid, ceramides, peptides, just a great affordable cleansing balm from the drugstore. I also like that the packaging of this itself is very light, so it's a good one to travel with, and I actually did that. I like kept this jar and just put other cleansing balms in after for a while, just to travel because it is super light. Removes makeup well. It's more of like a lighter kind of cleansing balm. It's not like this is my ultimate favorite cleansing balm right here, this bad boy. This is like a thick, buttery, very like rich feeling cleansing balm. Removes everything. Definitely, actually I just repurchased that. But this one is a different feel. It's more like light, still removes everything. And then we have the Nua Heartleaf Pore Control Cleansing Oil. Nua, by the way, is a Korean skincare brand. I liked this one. Very light, got the makeup off. Definitely did a better job than the one I'm using in my shower right now. It's another Korean brand, but this one I like more. Would I repurchase this? I don't know. I'm on the fence if I would repurchase this one or not. Even though it was good, I just feel like I have other ones that I like more. This one smells like a little botanical. It seems like they added a tiny bit of fragrance, but it's not like overpowering. Next up we have a Dove body wash. This is the Invigorating Aloe and Eucalyptus Oil. This was different than the consistency of the other Dove body washes. I love, wait, do I have it in here? Different formula than this guy. This is my favorite body wash. This is the Dove Sensitive Skin Hypoallergenic. This is definitely more of like a creamy, moisturizing kind of feel, but it still does a good job of removing deodorant. This one was like very thin. I see how it says it has like eucalyptus oil in it or something. It did have like a little bit of like a slippery, oily kind of feel. I don't feel like this removed deodorant nearly as well. And even though this is sensitive skin, I thought it was actually going to be no fragrance. It does have a fragrance, so just a heads up. I think it smells good. It smells just like fresh, and if you've ever smelled like a Dove product, it has that Dove smell. This one I would not repurchase though. Actually, another Dove product, but this is the shampoo. Again, this was another Abby Young recommendation purchase. This is the Dove Intensive Repair Damage Therapy Shampoo. So this one, I don't think you want to use every single time you wash your hair. It might have a little like protein treatment in it, I think is what I'm remembering. But this one I would use like every other wash. Lathered well. I liked it. I do think I would repurchase this one if I felt like my hair was in need of some extra repair, but I do feel like hair masks do a little bit more for me than like a repairing kind of shampoo. So I don't know, I might keep the shampoo to just like hydrating ones or growth kind of shampoos because I am growing out my hair right now, and then use hair mask for like the repairing factor. TheraBreath Whitening Oral Rinse. This is a mouthwash. If you have not heard of TheraBreath, you need to get on the TheraBreath train because it is so good. Use it at night after you brush your teeth and in the morning. Just does a really good job of like actually killing the bacteria that causes bad breath. This one I would not repurchase though because it has whitening. It says whitens without peroxide. I just felt like this did nothing for whitening, so I'm just going to stick with the blue or the pink one. I think I just purchased the pink one on the Prime Day sale. Right now I'm almost out of the blue one. I also feel like this one didn't have as minty of a taste as the blue one. Ooh, this is exciting. I actually have a fragrance empty. There's a tiny bit left in here, so let's put some on. This is the Sol de Janeiro Wynn in Rio. It says Wild Bergamot and Vanilla Amber. At first I was like, this is just a very basic vanilla kind of scent, and I felt like I could do without it. Then it kind of grew on me. I don't know if I love it so much that I would repurchase it because there's just so many vanilla products on the market that I feel like I would want to try something else. But I love the Sol de Janeiro body sprays. I have probably like, I don't know, 5 or 6 other ones that I'm go through, and I like using these to mix with other perfumes too. I feel like they add like a nice just another layer. And I feel like they last pretty well if you spray them on your clothes. When I spray it on my body, it doesn't last as long, but if I spray it on my clothes directly, then they'll last pretty well. Trash truck. Can you make another loop, sir, to pick up all these empties in a minute? Next up, we have a great SPF. This is a Korean brand. It's the Scenic SPF 50+. And this is just a good, like, neutral gel totally clear kind of sunscreen, great for underneath makeup, doesn't feel like a sunscreen at all. It feels like a gel moisturizer. Definitely would repurchase this one. No fragrance. Has a glow, but it's not too much. It's just glowy from like the moisture essentially. Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. I've mentioned this for years. This has salicylic acid in it. This is just a great product for smoothing out the little bumps, making your skin glow, resurfacing. I would use this at night. I've been trying different BHAs right now and other like texture kind of smoothing products. So I'm going to hold off on repurchasing this one for now, but I would in the future. 4 different deodorants, and honestly, I think I might have a couple more hiding in these bins. These are the ones I could dig out and find right now. We have an Old Spice Oasis. I love Old Spice, but it just kind of like stopped working on my body and I wanted to switch it up. So that's when I tried Carpe. I get these on Amazon. If you do the 2-pack, it's a little bit less expensive. They're not cheap, but they freaking work, at least on me. Like, I talked about these in my Amazon favorites video, but they do such a good job. I put them on at night after I shower. It does say apply before bed. So I have the coconut vanilla, Clean Sport, and Fresh Powder. Right now I'm using the bergamot one, and I think that one is actually my favorite. It smells really good. I also love the coconut vanilla. One of these smelled like a little too manly. I think it was the Clean Sport one. Yeah, this one smells like a dude. I will say one big downside with these, the packaging sucks. And for the price, they need to figure it out, because sometimes when you wind it up, you'll use it and then product will still be coming out, because in the morning if I open it up, it's like out of the thing, and sometimes there's just too much. So they definitely need to fix the packaging on this. Obviously, it hasn't stopped me from buying it, because we have 3 toothpastes here. We have 1 Colgate Optic White and then 2 Arm & Hammer Advanced White. I love all of these. This is the Stain Fighter Colgate. If I'm getting Colgate, it's the Stain Fighter one. I think that one works the best. However, this is what I'm purchasing because this stuff works so good for whitening, and it's more of like the, I don't want to say natural, but it has like the baking soda in it. This one is actually like removing the surface stains, and it has an interesting taste. It'll definitely take a little bit to get used to. I like it now. It's very intense though. Like, you feel it in your mouth. I'm used to it now, but yeah, it just does a great job at whitening. I don't feel like I need to use my whitening strips nearly as much in between, because this does such a good job of actually removing the stains and like whitening your teeth. Oh wow, I actually had another e.l.f. cleansing balm in here. And then best hand cream ever. Just stop your search for the good hand creams. This one is the best. I have one in the living room, one in my car, one in the bedroom on my nightstand. Let me see if I can get a little bit out. The reason why I love this one is okay, there's nothing left. I can't stand the feeling of like the oily hands. I don't want to worry about having to touch something when I have hand cream on. This stuff is thick, but it absorbs in really well. You can touch stuff, but it actually moisturizes. I had like cracking, super dry, like bleeding hands, and this solved the issue. It smells good, just smells like fresh, and it's very affordable. You can get this almost always on sale on Amazon for like around $3.50 or maybe even cheaper. Another Bath & Body Works soap. This is the Fiji White Sands. Would repurchase this one. It's very summery. To me, it smells a little limey, but it says fresh cut sugarcane, white nectarine, and sandalwood. So still has that like a musky sandalwood kind of scent, but it is fresh too with the white nectarine in there, and it definitely smells very summery. Next, we have the Monistat Feminine Cleanser. So this is just an unscented feminine cleanser for down there, and it has boric acid. And once I discovered boric acid, that was a game changer. I talked about the little things that you just stick up there. They're boric acids, not supplements, but suppositories. If you get sensitive, irritation, whatever, between this and those, it has stopped me from having to go on like medication. I'll usually use them like before and after my period. Highly recommend this. It's cheap. You can get it on Amazon. It's almost always on sale. I've got a self tanner in here. This is the Bali Body 1 Hour Express in the shade Dark. Definitely not dark at all. And I've tried leaving this on for longer. It just, A, doesn't last well, and B, is not dark at all. Pretty much any of the like 1 hour expresses, usually I find that you need to leave them on for longer than 1 hour. Get like a light color, but if that's the case, I would way rather just use this product right here. This is a great one where if you want a last minute kind of color and it'll continue to develop, just like a light color, I would go with that over this. I just would not recommend this. There's better tanners. I have 3 different eyebrow pencils here. This one, the label has fully worn off, but it was the Milani brow pencil. I love this one. I feel like it lasts very well, nice and fine, definitely would repurchase. And honestly, I kind of forgot about that. I went back to my Joa and Wet n Wild, but also love both of these. But the Wet n Wild micro brow pencil, this is soft brown. Love this one. I have a couple different shades of the Joa and the Wet n Wild. So I think soft brown is my favorite. I've been going lighter with my brows, not like super dark brown or black, because I just think it's a little bit like softer, more flattering. Would repurchase all of these, but the Joa brow pencil, I've repurchased this many times over the years, just in the shade brunette. I like a more waxy pencil. Like I don't like one that's super slippery, too big. I like to be able to get like kind of finer hairs, and I want it to stay on. I don't want it to be too slippery. So all of these have a similar kind of feel. You really don't need to buy high-end brow products, I feel like, unless it's something unique. But as far as just brow pencils, you definitely can just go drugstore. This is the Tower 28 mascara. This has seen better days, this packaging. Love this stuff. This is definitely a mascara that I will continue to repurchase. It has small little rubber bristles, just does such a good job of giving me volume, length, pretty much everything I want in a mascara. Another brow product, this is the Maybelline Express Brow in the shade medium brown. I basically just used this one to use it up. It doesn't do any kind of lifting or hold. I like let me grab it. This is the one I've been using lately that I really like. It's new from Maybelline. It's the Super Lock Tinted Brow. This one does a really good job of actually holding your brows up. It's what I'm wearing right now. So if you want a more holding brow product, but that also has the color, really like this one. Looking at this, I'm like, ooh, I forgot to repurchase this when I emptied it out. But this is one of the best lip masks of all time in a drugstore, the e.l.f. Skin Holy Hydration Lip Mask. I love the feel of this one. This does a great job of actually moisturizing your lips. You can put it on at night, or I would use it in the day too, just like over a lip liner. It gives you that really pretty glossy, like plump kind of look. It doesn't have any kind of tint to it. And the smell, I'm not a fan of. It's like kind of a floral smell, but it was fine for me because it's not one that you like notice on your lips and that lingers. It's like you smell it when you first open the thing, and that's kind of it. I love this. Definitely will repurchase. I've been using just Aquaphor on my lips lately. That's what I used when I was on Accutane, and I just have a whole tube of it, so that's what I've been using. A couple different razors. We have the Chic Hydro Sensitive and then the Preserve Shave 5. These ones I just mentioned in my Amazon Prime Day recommendations video. So good, especially if you have issues with like razors kind of breaking you out, giving you bumps, like causing weird things on your skin. That's why I picked up this, because it said sensitive, and I love it because it has 5 blades. It's like actually sharp. It's kind of like a more guy razor, if you will. I think it's marketed as that. It doesn't cause like any irritation on my skin. You can get the blades on sale. They come in like a big pack on Amazon. And then this one I used for, I want to say like a year or two at least. Really liked these ones, but I do think I like the chic. I do think I like the Chic ones more. 2 different dish soaps here, both Dawn. This is the squeeze kind of tube of the Apple Blossom, so you don't have to open it at all. You literally just squeeze it, and then it sits on the counter and it somehow stays in here. So cool packaging idea. I didn't enjoy it as much as the spray. The spray is just so fun. If you haven't tried the spray dish soap, this is what we use, and this is the apple scent. Just works really well. It's fun to use. It just like evenly disperses. I feel like you end up using way less dish soap than something like this. Like these just last so much longer because you're not overusing the product. So did repurchase this. However, I'm trying to find like a better kind of less chemical-y alternative, but I really like the spray. Actually just found one more of the Arm & Hammer toothpaste, so there's another one. This is a glowy SPF mineral sun glow. You can get this on Sephora. The shade is fair medium. I think I have a tiny bit left in here so I can show you. Yeah. So this one I actually did not like on my face at all. It has a glow, like it's very glowy, but it just has this, I don't know, it has this like dry kind of feel to me. I just don't like the texture of it. I feel like it just dried out my skin. It's not actually moisturizing to me. So I ended up just using this up on my chest and like on my shoulders and stuff just to use it up. I also don't love the scent. It's not like an artificial fragrance, but it just has this weird kind of like rice. I don't know. Remember that Neutrogena rice line from years ago? It reminds me of that. Like there's something in here that smells like oatmeal or rice or something, and I'm not into it. So that one I definitely would not repurchase, and that was pricey, so do kind of regret that buy. This is another deodorant. Actually, I think I have one other, more deodorants. This is the Lady Speed Stick Invisible Dry. I actually get this at Dollar Tree, and I need to repurchase this one because it's a good one to wear when I don't want my body to get used to one deodorant. I'll like switch between different ones, and this one I do really like, does a good job. Just smells like powdery, so I need to go back to Dollar Tree and get that. And then this one I tried, this I got on YesStyle. It's I think it's a Japanese one, but it's the Nivea Extra Brightening Antiperspirant. So this one for a minute was like causing me major irritation. I don't know if it's because of the like extra whitening brightening kind of thing, which I know is like in a lot of Asian beauty brands. It almost was like burning my underarms. I don't know if it's because I was switching between the Carpe and then this, and that was what it was, but then it kind of just like stopped. It was very irritating at the beginning, and I kept using it because that's me. Just pushed through the discomfort, and then it stopped. It got fine. So would I repurchase this? No, because I don't think it's like great for my body, but I did want to use it up. So there's that. Two different face creams, face moisturizers. This one I've used for years now. This is the Belief True Cream Aqua Bomb. I love this one. I usually purchase this when it's the Sephora sale. It has just like such a nice, fresh, botanical kind of scent. This one is more of like a gel plumping, like dewy kind of moisturizer. I love the feel of it. It's not what I typically go for. I usually like a really like thick kind of nighttime moisturizer, but this one really locks in your other skincare products. And whenever I use this in the morning, my face just looks very dewy, very plump. Definitely will continue to repurchase this one. And then we have this one, which this is my first empty of this, and I already repurchased it and have been using it again, is the Astura Barrier Cream. This reminds me of the CeraVe nighttime cream in the purple jar that I used to use when I was on Accutane. If you have severely dry skin or you're going through Accutane, I have a lot of videos on what I used when I was on Accutane, but that is when your skin's like ultimate dry, peeling, cracking, bleeding. So if you really want some moisture recommendations, check out that video. It's very old and probably embarrassing, but this reminds me of that. It's just like a thick, basic, unscented, good, I literally have none left in here, nighttime cream, and I do feel like it's helped a lot with dryness. Next up, we have this Philosophy White Pear body wash. I actually got this at TJ Maxx, but we found it because when we were at an Airbnb, they had this in the Airbnb, and it smells really good. And white pear is not typically a scent I would go for, but it smells like my Garnier shampoo and conditioner, like the apple kind of scent. It has a similar really good smelling, just apple fruity scent to that. This one is very moisturizing. Kind of would use it after my Dove body wash. I would use the Dove to like really cleanse and get everything off, and then I would use this mostly just for like the moisture and the scent because it did smell really good. And yeah, you can get this at TJ Maxx. I just saw it there the other day too. Would I repurchase this? Yeah, I would. I always have magnesium creams, roll-ons, any kind of just like numbing, chilling out my pain kind of product. So this is a magnesium cream with shea butter, arnica, and vitamin D. This is a wholesome hippie one. I think I saw this on TikTok, and you know, you would think that all magnesium creams are kind of created equal if that's just like the base ingredient, but they're not. There are better ones, and this one does do something different for me. You know, it's not, I'm taking like hardcore drugs, so it doesn't do that much, but I notice like if you're stacking a bunch of different smaller things, it can make like a little bit of a difference. And if you don't have severe pain, you're just like, ooh, my muscles feel kind of tight or whatever, then this would probably like totally knock it out. But I am always slathering on something like this in the morning, multiple times throughout the day. So I usually put this on and then I'll sit in front of my red light thing and just kind of like let it do its thing. But I definitely will be repurchasing this. I'm almost out of a big tube of another magnesium one I tried, but I think I'm going to be going back to this. And I just have the unscented one, but I think they make a scented too. We've got a laundry product. These are the Downy Light Shea Blossom Scent Boosters. I love the Downy Light line. This one is my ultimate favorite. This smells incredible. I've talked about this a lot, but this is my all-time favorite, but I wanted to try something else from the line just since I liked that one so much. And this one, when you just smell it in here, does not smell good to me. When it's on your clothes, it's fine. I wouldn't repurchase this. I would just get the other scent again. Kind of my method for laundry is I use an unscented laundry detergent powder. This is from Thrive Market. I've repurchased this. This is basically more of like a natural kind of laundry detergent. Doesn't have any of the harsh chemicals. It's basically just like, yeah, sodium carbonate, so baking soda and a couple other ingredients. But I think this does a really good job of cleaning the clothes. You know how some detergents I just feel like it's adding the scent without actually cleaning it. This legit actually cleans, and you get 70 loads per bag, and it's a good deal. It's almost always on sale on Thrive Market. And I'm glad I read the back, because they give you a scoop in here. You don't need the full scoop. You only need half a scoop. So it goes pretty far. But because I do love a little bit of a scent, then I'll add in some kind of scent beads, but I like that because then you can control the amount too. And I'll use like different ones on my sheets than I do on clothes. So it's just like a good way to be able to control how much fragrance you have with a little bit better ingredients. Obviously this one not, but I think I have another scent booster in there somewhere. Another laundry detergent, same brand, the rosy one, but this is, this is the peppermint scent. I wouldn't repurchase the peppermint one just because I felt like then it was kind of weird to mix with the scent beads. I'd rather just do the unscented. Have another toothpaste. This is the Crest 3D White Stain Eraser. This one I like getting at Dollar Tree because it's a smaller size, so this is good for travel, but I just prefer the Arm & Hammer clearly. And then these are so great if you have red eyes. These are a game changer, the Lumify eye drops. They're not going to do anything for moisture, so I'll use the Sustain Ultra for actual moisture and like lubrication, and then I'll just use these for redness. I don't use them every day. I usually just use them if I am doing like a full face of makeup. Do more hand soaps. Bath and Body Works. This is the Gingham foaming soap, and this is the Basil Leaf and Apple. Both of these clearly are summer scents. The basil leaf and apple, I think we had in the kitchen. Yeah, it smells so good. I just love an apple scent. This one is the gel, not the foam. This one I think I could skip on. Like I don't think I would repurchase the gingham scent. Yeah, it's fine, but it just smells kind of like cologne-y. It smells kind of basic. I feel like there's just better scents, so I would skip the gingham one. A cleaning product. This is the Aunt Fanny's all-purpose cleaner. This has primarily like vinegar and white vinegar, some oils, non-toxic cleaning product. This is the Bright Lemon. I also have the eucalyptus, but then I got a little scared to use eucalyptus around maple. I have a few of these. Like I bought multiple on Thrive Market at the same time, so I'm gonna be going through them for a minute, but I don't think I would repurchase this. You can smell the vinegar scent when you first spray it on. It does die down, but I just feel like there's probably other different non-toxic ones that I can try. So let me know if you have a good non-toxic cleaner that you like that doesn't have a super vinegary kind of scent. It does a good job at like getting off the grime and stuff on the counter. But speaking of non-toxic cleaners, I have talked about this so many times, but this is a whole jug of, and I just bought another one of these on Prime Day, of the hypochlorous acid. Hospitals use this, nurseries use this, safe for pets and kids. It actually kills the bacteria, which I love. I'll mix it in with my floor cleaner that I use to like actually disinfect the floors. I use it on the countertops after I clean them with something like the Aunt Fanny's. I'll spray it on handles, doors, fabric, pillows, anything you can't wash, like dog crate things, like anything like that. Just great for killing the odor. I spray it on the rug because Maple plays on the rug a lot and it can just smell like dog. So I spray it on there and it literally like kills the odor. So I put it in an amber glass bottle, which I'll link down below too. Two more of these. I feel like these are always in my empties videos, but these are the brown like hair masks, basically color depositing hair masks. They do tone very well. When I had brown hair, not black hair, clearly we're back to the black, okay? We're not gonna get into the hair color here, but when I had brown hair, I had such a hard time toning out the red and keeping the red at bay, and this one was my ultimate favorite. Like, I like both of these, but this one I feel like really does a good job, the Brown Bella by IGK. It also makes your hair smell good, it makes your hair like shiny, adds a good kind of feel to it. It says it has squalene in it as well, but you could put it on wet or dry hair. It actually deposits like a decent amount of color and definitely makes a difference. So if you don't want to use a toner and deal with like developer and actual color, you just want to like throw something on, this is really good. I'm actually shocked I don't have more Epsom salt. I'm almost out of like 3 other bags, so the next empties video will have many Epsom salts. I usually have lots of these in empties, but this is the Dr. Teal's eucalyptus Epsom salt. I throw a ton of this in the bath. Okay, coming down on the last few things here. So another product when I was trying to cut out any of the red, this is a green shampoo. So green and red opposites on the color wheel, so it should neutralize kind of red tones. I love the scent of this, and I actually love the conditioner itself. It was very moisturizing, has such a good like spa kind of herbal scent. The scent reminds me of something that would be in a salon. I don't know if I noticed anything as far as the green. I mean, it's a very like light, kind of not super rich green conditioner. So I don't think it did anything as far as like toning out the red, but I liked the conditioner itself. These are pet wipes that I got on Amazon. I would not repurchase these. I think baby wipes, just unscented baby wipes, do a better job. We use these to like wipe off her paws and whatever when she's dirty. And these ones were just like a little too dry. I feel like the baby wipes just do a better job. So, and they're cheaper. You can get baby wipes for a couple bucks. These are the Aveeno Positively Radiant Removing Wipes. I don't use makeup wipes a whole lot. I normally shower at night, do my cleansing balm, and then my face wash to remove my makeup. But when I have migraine and need to take off my makeup really quick, then I'll use a wipe. These ones I love. I've repurchased these multiple times. I do think though I started getting like, I would get styes and stuff on my eye, and I tied it to makeup wipes. So I switched to Cetaphil. That's what I'm using right now, the Cetaphil makeup wipes, and those are a little bit cheaper too. So I don't know, I think it's just me having like a weird reaction to certain things right now. So I think I'm gonna hold off on repurchasing those for now, but they do a good job of removing the makeup, really good job. And they leave your skin with like a really pretty kind of glow. It's the last thing, I think so. Last thing, and this is kind of a lame one. This is just one of the conditioners that comes in the L'Oreal hair dye. I don't even know why I saved this. I don't save any of my hair dye boxes because I would have like 45 of them. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll have all the products linked down below in the description box, at least like my favorites. I'll have the ones that I recommend linked down below because Empties video description boxes are usually like a mile long. What did I do for my makeup today so I can tell you? Oh, I did kind of a weird foundation combo. I mixed let me grab them. So for my face, I mixed the Too Faced Born This Way Soft Matte Foundation with the e.l.f. bronzing drops just to make it a little bit darker. Looks fine. I don't know if I would necessarily do that combo again, but looks fine. I'm still testing this. Loving this. This is the e.l.f. bronzing liquid bronzer, camo liquid. Okay. In the shade Light. Wow. You need to tell I need to eat. This stuff, amazing, lasts so well. This is the Huda Beauty Strawberry Cream Blush Filter. It's a liquid blush, you need a little bit. It's such a beautiful color and it lasts literally all day long. I topped it with the Kosas just on the high points of my face, just to add a little bit more glow. This powder blush in the shade Blushes Life, or maybe Butterflies. I was looking up brow TikToks last night and I was re-inspired to whip out a brow pen. So for brows today, I used the brow gel I talked about, and then I used the Urban Decay Brow Blade just to add a few strokes instead of a pencil today. And then for lips, I really like this combo. I used the Peri Pera Rosy Nude lip liner. I love this. This is very affordable on Amazon. And then same with this one. You can get it on YesStyle. It's a Korean product. The Romand lip liner, but this is in the shade Tenderly Peach. I normally use Fig Breeze. That's usually my go-to shade. And then I topped it with the Lawless Forget the Filler plumping gloss in the shade Cherry Vanilla. Still one of my all-time favorite glosses. Super glossy. Love the applicator on that one. I'll have my earrings, jewelry, anything else that's on me linked down below in the description box as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this Empties video. I actually love filming Empties. It's very satisfying, and then I can throw all this shit away. But I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Oh my god, I thought my mic was dead. Okay, great. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.